some inspiring. Peace and quiet, I'm running from the sirens. They ain't been around, but they know about where I've been. Had to put the time in to let them know what time.
Welcome back to another episode of the Head First Podcast. We got two exciting guests coming on tonight. Coastal Carolina pitching coach and director of analytics, Coach Matt Williams and Matt Pepin. But before we have those guys on, we're going to get into our fan questions here that are submitted on our Instagram stories. First question from Saxon Roberts. This is one of the best ones that we've had so far, I think. How would you get yourself out of a frozen ice cube?
Yeah, I guess like he's speaking in like if you're not frozen, but like there's a frozen block around you, so you can move, right?
I'm thinking if you're frozen in a cube, you don't have much mobility.
Yeah, that's where this question could take a turn. Because if you can't really move, I feel like there's not a lot you can do other than like pee or something.
I was gonna say I think you have to pee or just like breathe a lot.
Yeah, breathe
a lot of hot air and just get it to start melting.
Yeah,
but I think peeing is probably the most efficient way. You can start moving around the legs a little bit, maybe, and then kind of break your way out.
Yeah, loosen up some stuff.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
All right. Good question, Saxon. Next question is from Jack Franke. What's on your guys' Christmas list? And then second part of that, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Yes, what's on my Christmas list? I asked for what I asked for shoes, I guess. Just new Nike kicks.
Yeah.
And that favorite Christmas movie is definitely it's gonna turn some heads, but I'm going Home Alone. First one.
It's not turning my head, bro. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Mine's Home Alone, Elf, and then probably Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. All solid.
Respect.
I don't really ask for a whole bunch this year. I did ask for some AirPods. Just gonna try some AirPods, maybe get locked in like Kling here.
Yeah.
And then this might turn some heads, but every Christmas my family watches Die Hard on Christmas.
Nice.
I think it's a Christmas movie, and I'll die on that hill. Home Alone, if everyone agrees that's a Christmas movie, so I'll go Home Alone if that's the better answer. But definitely every year we watch Die Hard. It's like open presents, turn on Die Hard, sit there and watch it.
That's the most hearting thing ever.
Yeah,
I love it.
Amazing. We were actually talking about it because this year there's like 3 NFL games.
Yeah.
And Stranger Things comes out, so we're like might have to wake up earlier this year so we can get Die Hard in before.
Yeah. Like 7 a.m. Die Hard.
Yeah. Like just ripping it right off the bat.
That's awesome. My Christmas list, I don't really know. I was thinking about maybe asking for some shoes too. It's just one of those things that like I don't like spending money on myself for shoes. Also a bigger purchase. I really want one of those Ninja Creamies. So I can make like protein ice cream every night.
Yeah.
And not get fat. It would be
My
nice.
girlfriend has that and it's unreal.
Yeah.
Smoothies in those too?
Yeah. Smoothies, ice cream, yogurt, anything. I mean, dude, top 3. No, Paige has one and it's unreal. She does it all the time. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'd like to get on one of those.
It's getting harder to figure out, like when people ask me what I want, like I have no clue what to tell them anymore.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's just to that age, I think, where like we don't even ask anything, but like if anything shows up, like
like
it's nice, but like I kind of miss when I was like hell bent on getting like a Carson Palmer Bengals jersey or something, and that's all I wanted.
New Madden game, you're like,
yeah.
Or like when you were super young, I was dying on like remote control helicopters flying around the house.
And then my favorite Christmas movie, I'm gonna go with Home Alone 2. I really like the one when he's in New York City.
Nice.
Trump Tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald Trump is in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Down the hall and to the left. That's all he says. And he's out of there.
They're so good.
All right. Next question from the Plainsman podcast. Thoughts on sleeping with socks on?
No.
No, no one should do that.
Dude, I've always been against it, like never have, but I've been having this weird thing lately where like my whole body is warm, but my feet are freezing. So like
Ew.
there's some nights where I've had to like start the night sleeping with like some cabin socks on and let them kind of like warm up and get sweaty, and then I'll take them off. It's weird. I hate it.
But I just take my blanket. I'll just grab an extra blanket and wrap my feet in the blanket so that way I can just kick them off and when they get warm.
That's
I
smart.
don't sleep with socks on. I just can't do it.
I think you need to be put in jail if you sleep with socks on. Like you need months behind bars if you do that.
Whatever. All right. Last question from Kevin Hollabaugh.
Yeah.
Favorite karaoke song?
Oh.
Oh my God. You know what I was just thinking of recently, and I think I want to do it somewhere somehow. Next karaoke bar I show up to, Lips of an Angel.
It's a preview.
Oh, I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
What even is that? I honestly don't. I forget. I don't know how that one goes. I might need you to sing it.
Yeah.
Is it the one from Blades of Glory?
No, it's wait, why can't I think of it now? Hold
on a second.
I'm getting like stage fright because I might do it.
Stage fright because I might do it.
By Hinder?
Yeah.
Let's get it going on here. Play me some.
Say my name, it sounds so sweet. Yeah, that would be a good one. You'd have to really get into it, though.
Oh, yeah.
You would.
Hear your name, it sounds so sweet.
I think the last karaoke song I did was Here Without You by Three Doors Down. Yeah, that's always a good one.
Good.
Any Freed song I think is Heat.
Yeah. I've been thinking about breaking into Family Tradition by Hank Williams. You guys heard that one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
A family.
I feel like that one could get some people going.
Yeah, that one's gat. That's what Morgan sings at every time.
I was gonna say that's where I got it from. She sang it when we were at that
she loves
we were.
Yeah, she loves that song.
Speaking of singing karaoke, since we're about a couple weeks past, what do you guys think of halftime shows? Thanksgiving Day NFL halftime shows.
It was Post Malone.
Yeah, it was Post Malone, and then
forget the first one.
I don't know. I can't remember. Post Malone was decent.
Wait, who does
all right?
Who does Super Bowl this year?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Dude, him and Happy Gilmore too, elite.
It needs to be. I just want to know when they're going to bring back another like Creed act, but you can never like redo that.
No. I mean, I don't think you can have people like swinging from American flags from Jerry World. That was pretty unbeatable.
That was just insane. I want to see like Chris Stapleton in a halftime show.
I think he sang the national anthem.
Yeah, his national anthem was the best I've ever heard, and nobody can tell me different.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Got me torqued.
My favorite karaoke song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Ooh, Remember the Titans?
Yeah, dude, that's like my favorite movies, and I know a lot of the words.
Listen, baby.
Yeah,
Ain't
no valley low.
That's so good.
All right.
That's it on the questions, baby?
That's it on the questions. Keep submitting those. We'll post those to our Instagram stories every day. So keep firing those away. And yeah, let's get into our interview with Coach Matt Williams and Coach Matt Pepin. All right, let's introduce our special guest for today. We got Coastal Carolina pitching coach and director of analytics. We got Coach Matt Williams and Matt Pepin. Fellas, thanks for joining. How's everything going?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks for having us. We're excited to be on.
For sure. What's kind of your guys' day-to-day looking like right now? On break, kind of winding things down, or what does that look like?
Yeah, it's kind of slowed down, obviously. I mean, with the fall ending and guys finishing exams, guys have kind of parted ways and gone home. A lot of them. There's a couple guys still lifting here with our strength coach, but I'm sure all of them will be out of here in the next couple of days to get home for a little bit and then come back and be ready to go for the season.
Oh yeah. Now, before we really get into things, why don't you guys just give kind of a brief introduction of your career path and what led to your guys' current roles at Coastal?
Yeah, for me, I started coaching at Spartanburg Methodist, a junior college in South Carolina. I was there for about 8 years. Worked for Tim Wallace, kind of a legend there in the JUCO world. And then I went to UNC Wilmington, worked for Mark Scaff over there. Spent a little time in the Padres organization as international cross-checker and pitching coach. And then went to Liberty and worked for Scott Jackson there. Was at South Carolina for Mark Kingston. And then last year was my first year here at Coastal. Kevin Schnall brought me over. It's been unreal since I've been here. Looking forward to going into year 2. This is year 21 for me in college baseball. So excited to get that rolling.
Yeah.
Love it. I came to Coastal. The main reason working with the baseball team. So my freshman year, 2021, I came in as a analytics coordinator. I spent 4 years working with the team there under Gary Gilmore. Once Gilly retired, Coach Schnall brought me on full time. In between starting with Coastal full time, I coached for Team USA as a bench coach, and then I was here day one for Coach Schnall's his head coaching career to start. So going into year 2 as a full-time director of analytics, and it's been a great ride ever since.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you guys have both made a huge impact on that program in year 1. Let's kind of just talk about how special last year's team was, both as players and just kind of the personality that they brought. I was fortunate enough to be out in Omaha and got to know a few guys on the team, and I feel like their ability to kind of have fun and enjoy the game and also turn around and execute the next day was pretty next level. So kind of talk about just your guys' experience being on the staff, being able to coach a team like that.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I mean, it was a tremendous group of kids. I mean, starting with those starters. I mean, those guys really set the tone in Morrison, Fluky, and Eichhoff. I thought the leadership that those guys brought and just their day-to-day operation was unbelievable. And I think it kind of spread over to the rest of the staff, and the looseness that they had on the day that it wasn't their start day was a lot of fun. I mean, that group was a tremendous group that day in and day out, they were unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's really the whole team, offense as well. They kind of thrived off energy and worked together as a collective unit. And then also the bullpen. We had the war room. That whole thing was awesome. Started to pick up traction. We just had such a great mixture of personalities and guys that like truly loved each other and competed on a day-to-day basis. So it was a special group.
Yeah, and obviously, Coach Williams, you were able to get the D1 baseball and ABCA Assistant Coach of the Year. The staff finished with a 3.22 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and a 24.6 team strikeout percentage. When I was asking these guys in the postseason run last year about what was different about this 2025 staff, they gave all the credit to you. So I'm kind of curious, what are if you had to focus on 3 main things on kind of what you bring to the table as a pitching coach, how do you feel like you were able to make such an impact in such a short period of time?
Well, that's very generous of them. First off, I mean, I didn't throw one pitch last year, but just to kind of, I mean, talk to you a little bit about that. I mean, it's a collective unit here, especially from the pitching side. I mean, if you look at our group, you got Mike Thompson from the strength side. He does a tremendous job. We hired a new athletic trainer, Tanner Costin. He's doing a great job. He was with the Cubs prior to coming here, so we were fortunate to get him away. We hired Dylan Eskew, who I coached at South Carolina. He's helping with pitchers on a day-to-day basis now. And then also you got Matt Pepin, and he does a tremendous job. Obviously, you guys see his work out there. But I think just coming in and setting a tone and expectations of what a standard. I mean, like what it looks like for us to go out there and pitch and compete and just our day-to-day operation. How good can we be each day? I think that's ultimately the big thing that was put in place.
Yeah. Now from the analytics side, what are some ways that you guys think analytics can help both in and development maybe in the off season as far as kind of those in-game pitch-to-pitch adjustments or coaching decisions?
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to it. I mean, like Coach Williams just said, we have a foundation and a system of beliefs, what we believe in. So first and foremost, we've got about 10 metrics, and these are our absolutes. We've got goals for our guys. They strive to achieve these metrics, right? One of them, strike percentage, fastball strike, off-speed strike, whiff percentage. So, and the list goes on. So these are these metrics that we're chasing. And then on another day-to-day basis, every time these guys throw a bullpen, every time they go on the field, like they're getting a report, and we're using the numbers. We're looking at the TrackMan. We're developing them. We're making sure everything's where it needs to be. And then going into a game, I'm in the dugout right next to Coach Williams, and we've got all the information in the world about our pitchers, the opposing hitters, their swing path, what we can attack them with, who we need to match up. And all it is essentially, it's a lot of tools we have in analytics to put our guys in the best situation to succeed. So if they can't go out there, they can't compete, what we do doesn't matter. But we're doing our best to get the right information across to them to put them in the best situation to succeed here, but to also move on to the next level. And they did a really good job of making us look good last year.
Yeah, I think it was you guys talked about like setting a standard from day one. I think it was very obvious even throughout the year as I was watching you guys like play. I think the starters obviously come out and attack right away. I think just watching your whole team as a whole, like the energy it brought was just, it was must watch college baseball the whole way through the season. And I enjoyed watching every game I tuned into. So credit to you guys.
How to piggyback off that analytic thing, I know you're Coach Pepin, you're big into analytics now since that is your main role. We're growing up, like evolving in the technology world with all this different metrics, numbers, and that's kind of how this game is turning. This game is turning towards numbers. This game is turning towards like these slow-mo cameras where you can see everybody's body movement from in and out, like what they do, like the precise movements. Like, how have you changed your coaching career or shaped your coaching career around it, looking at numbers, and what have you learned from it these past couple of years?
Yeah, so it's I've been really lucky to be put in a few really good coaching staffs to the point where they're bought into what we're trying to do. So it makes my job easy when these guys are listening and they want to use the numbers to get better. But what it is a tremendous tool. And what I love about Coach Williams, especially what he does, is he's coaching the pitchers. He knows exactly what he needs to do on his side, but he's talking to myself and Mike Thompson, our strength coach, and Dylan Eskew, director of pitching development, every single day. So he's taking the numbers, taking the weight room stuff, and then he's taking it out on the field to the catch play and to the mound and to bullpen. So it's really all about blending. And also to answer your question, just, it's a lot of like research and willing to learn and adapt. Like I'll be the first to say, like, I don't know everything. Like there's a million different things that I'd like to learn and I'm trying to learn. So just developing yourself as an individual, as a coach, as an analyst is a really big deal. And learning from all the great people around me has helped shape my career.
Snails.
Now, Coach Williams, you mentioned you've been doing this for a long time, and obviously the analytics have evolved a ton since the beginning of your coaching career. How do you feel like, or what is the importance of balancing kind of the knowledge of analytics, but also kind of nailing down the importance of just competition and how to pitch in general?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question, especially in today's age, because obviously these kids are growing up in a world of metrics, and a lot of them think they have it figured out at a young age, but they get here and we actually start explaining some things to them. I mean, Pepin does a great job with that. And I mean, I tell him all the time, it's the metrics are great, but if there's a pitch that gets an out and it's not metrically great to his eyes, pleasing to his eyes, whatever you want to say, then we're still going to throw it. Like our job as baseball players is to chase outs. And I mean, not every pitch is going to be metrically perfect. But obviously with what he does, I mean, he brings a lot of information to the table, and we are trying to make guys move well to be able to get some of the metrics that we're looking for. So, yeah, I mean, I think it definitely plays a huge role. I mean, looking back at my younger self, I kind of laugh at some of the stuff that I probably had pitchers doing. I mean, I'm sure I screwed a few up along the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, kind of playing devil's advocate off of that. As a coach who's grown through this analytics era, how advantageous do you think it is to kind of have a guy like Matt in your clubhouse every day?
Oh, I'm very fortunate to have him by my side. I mean, I keep saying it. I mean, and I tell everybody that I talk to, he does a tremendous job. I think he makes us better as a staff, as players. So I mean, like when I think I see something that may not be right, I mean, we look at the analytics and he tells me I'm not right. So it's fun. It's fun day to day.
I'm kind of curious from both of your guys' different perspectives. For like a young high school player trying to get recruited, should they be focused on any analytics? And if so, what should they be focusing on?
I would say, I mean, I think Coach Williams would agree, but like, not really. I think understanding the numbers is cool. It's important. If you're lucky enough to go to a facility that has access to the analytics and has access to good people to explain it, that's great. But most importantly, you got to move well and be athletic. If you move well, if you're athletic, you play different sports, you move side to side, you have good mobility, you're going to be very moldable, and we're going to be able to make the metrics good. If there's a guy that we can't make the metrics good, 99.9% of the time, they just can't move well and they're not athletic enough. But we can get guys at our level, right? If they move well, they throw hard enough and they compete, like we can get the metrics where we want it to. We've got a good system in place, and we're pretty confident that we can make it work.
Now, moving forward into a kind of a different topic, in a time where people were kind of saying mid-majors and across all sports are dead. Obviously, we saw that 2024 College World Series was all Power Four teams. How do you guys feel like your program has kind of stuck out and capitalizing on the NIL portal era as a mid-major program?
Well, first off, for me, I mean, I think Kevin Snall does an unbelievable job of leading. I mean, yeah, we're considered a mid-major, but I mean, if you look at what we do, I wouldn't call us mid-major. I mean, our administration does an unbelievable job of giving us scholarships, the money that we need. Coach Snall does a tremendous job of raising NIL money. We're in a spot where we can do some things. We can help players get here. I mean, we're able to hold on to one of the best pitchers in the country in Cam Flukie. I mean, I think that tells you a lot right there, kind of where we are with college baseball, because he's got a chance to be a first rounder. And there were a lot of teams that had a lot of interest in him, but he chose to stay here at Coastal. And I mean, NIL can help you in those situations. So I think at Coastal, we're in a really good spot.
Mm-hmm. You guys also, on the flip side of that, haven't really been one of the teams that is actively bringing in these guys for 1 year or so. I mean, you guys, I feel like, have kind of stood out as far as development and keeping those guys within the program and really having guys that are at Coastal for 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, we have. I mean, if you look at our rotation last year, all three of those guys that started were homegrown guys, which I think is pretty cool to say. I mean, we have some guys that have transferred in and they've done well. We got one this year, Ross Norman, transfer from Georgia State, who probably should be in our rotation at the end of the day. But yeah, I think we value the high school kid, value bringing those guys in. I think our development piece amongst the staff can really help those guys get better, and we want to continue to do that. But if we need to go out and add a portal piece or a JUCO piece, then that's something that we'll definitely do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, kind of where all of that landscape stands now, if you personally were to make any changes as far as timeline, scheduling to any of the NIL and the portal, all of the new age of baseball, what would be any of those changes you would make?
Yeah. As far as timeline-wise, I think we're in a much better spot than a sport like football. I really don't think it's so bad for us. I would say starting around the conference tournament, when some seasons start to end for other schools, we're usually on the phone. We're looking to fill that next piece, and then as soon as our season ends, obviously this year was really late, but we're on the phones, we're in the portal, and we're looking to kind of fill those gaps. But as for the timeline and all that, I wouldn't say there's anything we would necessarily want to change. But I do think it does get a little tough later in our seasons when we're focusing on the portal, while we're trying to win games still. We're fortunate we have to do that. But like Coach Williams said, Ross Norman, he's going to be a huge piece for us. We actually committed him sitting in a conference room in Omaha getting ready for our next game. So the timeline overlaps a little bit, but for the majority of schools, they need that because, their season's been over for a little bit. So I think it's in a fine spot.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I definitely feel like baseball is in a way better spot than football. I mean, we just, as Bearcat fans, we just lost our quarterback today to go get some more money. So,
It's tough.
but no, baseball I feel like is definitely the most pure out of the three big sports right now, and I'm hoping we can keep that on track and keep it that way.
Absolutely.
I've been back into like a little bit of the analytical stuff from you, Coach Pep, and you, especially Coach Williams, and you're the pitching coach. I was a catcher my whole life growing up through college, and I obviously love the way Bodine catch and the way Joe Singley teaches his new up and through format, the whole framing aspect of catching these days. Like, did you guys take Caden Bodine for granted at all, or are you guys going to miss him a shit ton? And what were your thoughts on him?
As a pitching coach, I can tell you I definitely didn't take Pepin for granted. He was really good. I mean, he's a special kid who does an unbelievable job with framing. I mean, the preparation that he had on a daily basis was incredible to watch. At times, I felt like he was a robot. He was so, prepared from a time standpoint. He knew exactly what he needed every day. But yeah, he definitely impacted the game a ton for us, and he was able to steal strikes for guys. Will we miss him? Absolutely. But we got some guys here now that hopefully can continue to step up and continue to do what Coastal's always done, is develop catchers. And nice. I think we'll be okay.
Say he may have bumped that team strikeout percentage up just a couple percent on a couple of those.
Definitely helped us out a little bit. He sold 399 strikes last year from out of the strike zone.
That's not bad. Not
That's
bad.
Insane.
Now, you kind of touched on it earlier, but outside of Jacob Morrison and Riley Eichhoff, you guys are returning a lot of innings to the staff. So expectation wise, what can you kind of expect for this 2026 season in the pitching staff?
Yeah, when we lost Matt Potok to the Phillies,
yeah,
he was late in the draft. He was a good piece of our bullpen, but overall this staff, I like what we have. We're just transitioning Hayden Johnson to a starter role. I think that's going to be the key. Can he log a ton of innings like those guys did last year? I think he's definitely up for the challenge. His body's in tremendous shape. He looked great this fall. His stuff is good. It continues to get better. I think he's prepared to take that step. And then we mentioned Ross Norman. I think he's a guy that's going to step in and be a big piece. We have Luke Jones back, who started in the middle of the week. And then we got some young freshmen that got a chance. And then you got the guys like Carbone, Horn, Lynch. You got those guys back that were just valuable piece of our bullpen I don't expect Ryan Lynch to be a .56 ERA again, but if he is, that's awesome. But, I expect him to be really good for us.
Yeah. It's got to be pretty comforting just knowing that those three that you just mentioned, having the guys that kind of are already comfortable in that back end of a close game. It's got to be pretty comforting to at least know you guys you have multiple guys that are prepared for those situations.
Yeah, no doubt. And the cool thing about those guys is they're all different. You look at what those guys do, and I can let Pep in on that a little bit, but like from an analytical standpoint, those guys are all different. They bring different strengths to the game. So it's if we can get the ball to those guys, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot.
All right. Now this question, my brother actually wanted me to ask this one, so feel free to decline. But he wanted to know, after playing for Coach Schnall for a year, obviously we got to see how animated he can get out in Omaha last year. If you had to name the best ass chewing you've ever heard from Coach Schnall, what do you think it would be?
Ooh, Pep, you want that one?
Wow. It's a good one. Obviously the best ones are on the umpire. I can't repeat most of those quotes, but we've heard some good ones. I can't give you a specific answer, but he's definitely the most creative speaker I've probably ever heard.
Good way of putting it.
Now, yeah, it's a good answer. Good answer. Now, with him serving this suspension opening weekend, Coach Williams, do you have the reins for opening day, or what's the deal there?
No, that's Coach Oxendine. Coach Oxendine is our associate head coach. And
Okay.
he'll run the show that weekend. He's obviously well prepared for that. He's been doing college baseball for a long time and been a head coach, so he'll run the show that weekend.
Okay. All right. So usually you guys are hosting a little beach ball classic or whatever you may call it this year, but this year you're heading out to Houston. How excited are you guys to kind of face off against? I saw Texas and Ole Miss, a couple SEC teams before you guys get into conference play.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. It's always nice to get those big RPI games and get us prepared for what we're going to see down the line in June. But Friday night, Fluky versus Texas is going to be pretty sweet. But yeah, we obviously always like competition. If you look at our strength of schedule, we're going to be top 3 every single year. And that's a testament to what we built with Coach Gilmore and then what Coach Schnall and Schilling put together on the schedule. But we want to play the toughest schedule. We don't want any games off. We're in a really good area of the country where we're able to play against some of the best teams on Tuesday nights. So it's just going to better prepare us for the postseason, and we're looking forward to those challenges.
Yeah. I only got a couple more questions, but I just wanted to touch back to kind of what we were talking about earlier. Cole talked about just the passion of the team. I think you saw that I've seen that in every team from Coastal that I've watched, even when Coach Gilmore was coaching. It comes from the team, the fan base, the staff, kind of everyone. And your guys' short experience in Coastal, what do you think it is about the program, the school, the city of Conway that kind of makes that place so special and so fun to be around?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts, like you said, with Coastal in general and the fans. I think what Coach Schnall, he was recruiting coordinator here for a long time, and he went out and looked for like toughness and grittiness, and that's the kind of guys we've had here at Coastal. And I think him becoming the head coach, that's the kind of guys he wants to continue to have. And I think it starts with him. Just day to day. His expectations are extremely high, and you better show up here ready to work, or it might not be a fun day for you.
How about the atmosphere in the stadium? I've seen, I know I got to experience it for one quick game there. Well, it wasn't that quick, actually. It was pretty yeah, the longest games I've ever been a part of. But it was pretty electric. I know some of those, Mr. Pepin over here was talking about the midweek games, like some of those atmospheres you guys have there on Tuesday, Wednesday nights are unreal. I just wanted to kind of get your take on it. And I think that kind of tags into the energy we watch them play with is at home, especially, is the fan base provides so much of that, or kind of gets behind your guys, and it just energizes everyone, it seems like. Yeah,
our fans are unbelievable. Some of those midweek games against these big schools are awesome, but so are the weekends. We talk about it all the time, and we love when all the frats come and they're up above the opposing team bullpen, giving them hell. But yeah, our fan base, and that's from our alumni support, our donors, the student body is all unbelievable. And then the other piece of that is our new athletic director, who was here last year, Chance Miller, does an absolutely unbelievable job with fan experience. That's his baby. So he gets butts into the seats and gives them a reason to. And it ends up being a really, really cool atmosphere. And he's got some huge plans this year, some different things they're adding to the stadium that our fans can be excited for. So we're really looking forward to welcoming everyone back in February.
Yeah, you can always count on BP Quiggs to be up there.
Always. I always look at that seat and make sure he's there. Sometimes if it's a day game, he's got to finish work and then get there. But once he's in the seat, we got a chance to win.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got. Again, I appreciate you guys coming on. It was it's good to spend some time with you guys, and we will definitely be tuned in to the 2026 season, and wishing you guys the best of luck down the road.
Awesome. We appreciate you having us, and hopefully fans can get out and see the 2026 Coastal team, because they should be an exciting group again.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Why stop now, baby? Why stop now? PCH driving, I needed some inspiring. Peace and quiet, I'm running from the sirens. They ain't been around, but they know about where I